This video is all about Google Places. So what is Google Places? Well, Google Places is Google's online program for local businesses, and it is only for local, what we call brick and mortar businesses, but businesses that have a physical address and phone number. So why is Google Places important for you and your website? And well, Google Places is one of the best ways that you can drive targeted local traffic to your website. And these are people that are actually in a position to buy from you because they live close to you, they're in your area, and they type something into Google that represents what you do, what sort of services you offer. You see, Google figured out that almost half of the people using their site were searching for local businesses. And this is why in 2005 Google launched their Maps program for businesses. And you're aware of this. This is the Google map that has all the little red pins in it for all the local businesses in your area. And I'm sure everybody has typed in a business into Google Maps and it populates what they're looking for. But Google Places became really significant in 2009. And this is when the Google business listing started appearing in the search results. So what does this mean for your business? Well, we're going to talk about how Google Places is able to drive targeted traffic to your website. We'll take a look at what Google Places search results look like. And I'll talk a little bit about the good and the bad of Google Places. Now, let's say somebody typed in a generic keyword such as plumber. For whatever reason, they need a plumber, toilet's backed up, sink's broken, pipe burst in a wall. Who knows? But plumber is something generic. Somebody in Michigan, just as well as California, could type in plumber. Now, Google is smart enough to know that if you're in Waterford, Michigan, you don't need search results for plumbers that are in Kentucky. Google's aware that plumber is a type of search term that has a local intent and that you can't travel too far. So what they do is, well, let's back up here a little bit. Now, something like plumber, now these are the type of search terms that people happen to type into Google when they're searching for a business to help them. People aren't generally doing research on plumbers. I'm sure there's some, but the vast majority of people that type plumber into Google need a plumber for one reason or another. Now, when this happens, Google displays local businesses from their Google Places program. So let's take a closer look at what Google Places search results look like. So here's an example of a Google Places search box. Now, whenever you see results like these when you're searching online, these are businesses that are a part of Google Places. And you could tell because of the address and the map marker. In this case, they're gray, the same type of marker that you see on the map, that are to the left of the search result. Now, let's take a look at, kind of zoom out a little bit, and notice how the Google Places looks different from the other search results on the page. They definitely stand out as a little chunk right there in the middle of the search results. So what are the advantages of getting your business listed in this Google Places box that appears on the screen? Well, first, like we were talking about, is your business will appear for generic search results, such as plumber, property manager, lawyer, the type of thing that you generally wouldn't target through a search engine marketing campaign because it's too broad. As I mentioned, and someone anywhere in the country might type something like plumber in. Now, Google Places also gives you an advantage of the city that you're in. And this is because Google tends to give preference to businesses that are in the city. Google knows what city that you're in, and they know this by your IP address. So unless you're going out of your way to hide this, they know your location. And in my case, I'm right on the border of Waterford and Clarkston. So if I were to type in something like plumber, I get results from plumbers that are in Waterford and Clarkston. So that's the advantage that you have, as you're going to rank a lot for keywords in the city that you're in. Now, there's also situations where the only way to have a #1 ranking is by being a part of the Google Places. And that's when that Google Places box sits right at the top of the rankings, and all the organic rankings are right below that. Now, Google Places does have some shortcomings. The first is that it's hard to get listed outside of your city, the city that your business is in. So let's say, sticking with the example that we had, that you're a plumber in Clarkston. Now, you'll appear for people in Clarkston who type in plumber, but people that are in a couple cities over, White Lake, Ferndale, maybe Detroit, you're not going to get those rankings in there. What's going to happen is Google's going to list the businesses in that city for the keyword plumber. Now, another disadvantage is that Google search always takes visitors to the home page when they click on your link. Now, the reason this can be a disadvantage sometimes is lots of times you want to take a visitor to a page that closely resembles what they clicked on. So if they're clicking on plumber, maybe your business does more than plumbing, and on your home page you showcase these various areas of your business. Now there's an extra step that the user has to go through before they find the plumbing or the home plumbing. Possibly you do commercial and home. So that can be a possible disadvantage to it, but if you have a well-designed homepage on your site, it should be minimal. But now, just like sometimes the only way to have a #1 ranking is to be in that Google Places box, sometimes it's not possible to have a top ranking with the Google Places because the Google Places might be 5 or 6 spots down on the page. So the question is should your business invest in Google Places optimization? And the answer is yes, you should, if you have a local business in any city. Google is one of the best sources of targeted traffic to your website because they know where your business is. They know when people close to your businesses are typing in search terms relevant to your business, and they're going to display your business for those people. Basically what I just said. And having a well-optimized Google Places account is an asset for your business because of its ability to drive that targeted local traffic to your website. People that are actually able to buy from you and are searching for what you have to offer. So I hope you learned a lot about Google Places and now understand how important it is that your business does have a Google Places presence online.